How about now? There we go. Stupid little program. Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Thursday. We are here again with some 8 coins for the Ferryman. I just realized I need to fix Jason's camera. You can only see half of Jason. We want to see all of Jason. Well, most of Jason at least. Maybe not all.
Just a little bit of Jason. Just enough of just Jason.
Is this a new part of the Mambo number 5?
Maybe. Nope, that's not what I want to click. That's what I want to click. Alright, so, hi! The music you're listening to right now is by Adrian von Ziegler. The sound effects, etc. is going to be by Sirenscape. The overlay started to the screen, and not this map, this is from the official module, but the other maps during the game were made by me in Incarnate. Just Weasel is by Pointy Hat. That thing was made by Janet Mocha, my channel logo. Unfortunately, she doesn't stream anymore or do commissions anymore, so that sucks. You can catch up with this campaign and any other TTRPG stuff and RPG stuff I do over on the YouTubes, or you can come hang out with us over on Discords, where you can find such awesome stuff as memes. We do have them, and art. We have lots of that too. And
Barbarian dressed in a very tasty dress is currently in the memes area. I mean, it's about 10 memes back, but...
Oh, yeah. Yes, we are totally here for barbarians in dresses. Little bit inconvenient when you try to, you know, roundhouse kick someone. Make sure it's not.
Have you seen the thigh slits in those dresses?
I have seen a lot of people in too tight dresses. Some of them were men. My favorite is from a story on Reddit where extremely transphobic parents were forcing their trans girl daughter to wear, trans male son to wear a dress to his sister's wedding. The guy was a bodybuilder. The parents were like, "You're wearing a dress or you're not coming." Guy contacts his sister, goes, "Hi, our parents is making me wear a pink frilly dress. You okay with this?" She said, "Hell yes." So bodybuilder shows up with a strapless frilly pink dress. Parents still got upset. I don't know why.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. But again, tangent. I found the dress, and yes, I might have dressed Karlak in a similar dress in one of my playthroughs. And I will do it again.
Good.
There is a dress in Baldur's Gate 3 that doesn't cover a whole lot, and I put Karlak in it. And now I kind of want to play a dwarf barbarian and put him or her in it. Because that would be funny. Anyway, let's go around the table, introduce our players, and, well, I apologize for whatever my camera is currently doing. First it was this camera that my players see. Now it's this one, where apparently I'm pink now, so, yeah, let's go. I don't know what it's doing with the white balance. Yeah. But let's go around the table, introduce our players, and get started. Vits, who are you and who are you playing? Why are you so loud?
Hello, I am Vitskugga, and I am playing Artemis Braveheart, the human Drake Warden Ranger without a Drake but a lion instead.
Did I misspell that? Or did you just do chatting?
Huh?
I was
I
just
did just chatting.
I was just not prepared for your category to be just chatting. It's usually a game.
Well, it changed midstream. So I was streaming Cyberpunk, and then afterwards we had a nice discussion of D&D, Star Wars, and hating on Star Wars, and some other things.
I don't understand the hate. There are only 3 Star Wars movies, so you can go watch them.
Well, that's the thing. I say it's 6 movies because I kind of like the prequels.
I like
Hot
the prequel.
take.
That's not a hot take. What's wrong with the prequels?
Well,
As always, people tend to look back on them fondly 10 to 15 years after they've been published. Although whether or not that will happen with the mess that was number 9, I ain't got a clue.
I saw the Phantom Menace in theaters.
I will never approve of the sequels, but the originals and the prequels, yes, I love them.
I haven't watched the TV shows. I have no opinion of those. I have watched the prequels in the movie theater, and I was like, why is it pastel? During the whole thing. And I have seen... I don't even remember what the name of the first of the sequels is.
Force Awakens.
That's the one. I kind of liked that one. It was not a Star Wars movie, but it was a good movie.
Yeah. As someone who has been living through Star Wars, both prequels and originals, and also the Old Republic era, the fact that they destroyed Luke's story is just fascinating to me. It's fascinating.
Yeah. Then again, Luke was a blank canvas, and they could have done anything, and they chose to do this. Out of the
It wasn't a blank canvas. There was books and stories written.
Oh yeah,
about it.
no, I meant in the movies. He's kind of bland in the movies.
Mhm.
This is not a discussion about Star Wars. We can keep going about that forever. But Lillith, who are you? Who are you playing? And what's your favorite moment?
I don't have a favorite moment.
I am. Yes. Sorry.
Are you
Who are you?
stressed too?
A little bit. My brain is soup right now.
Well, the ocean is a soup as well, so it's fine.
That's fair. Who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Lillith, or Lily, or Lils. I'm playing Cyrodilia Word, Twin, the Tiefling Bard, and the Queen of this party. Woohoo!
Yay!
Over to you, Jason.
Yes. Jason, who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Jason. I'm playing the resident pink-haired druid Nelites.
And Psycole.
Hello, I am Psycole, and I am playing Yanis, the rogue warlock, with an intelligence of 6.
Which is
thicker.
And thicker than Lizzie's planks, who has an intelligence of 7.
Yes. The sentient ship has a higher intelligence. And hi, I am Adana or Joe or you there, since Lilith is here. I am the GM and channel runner around this part, and my brain is soup today, so we shall see how this goes. But anyone want to give us a recap of what happened last time?
We killed Giant.
Oh yes, we killed Giant. I think that's the general gist of the last session, actually. To be fair, a bit of death, a bit of singeing by fireball for some of us in the party.
Especially not the Orca.
Yes. Well, yes. So let's do this properly. We fought a giant, a many-armed giant. We whale bombed, and then we just piled on the pain. Ciri and Artemis stood off, and Artemis was precise. Ciri was more of a fireball works kind of girl. And the paladin nearly broke his oath because he got a little bit he got more than a little bit overzealous in the killing stage of what was going on. Yanis has collected the rings from the giant, and we're not quite sure whether or not that now means he can duplicate his arms and or give the boat arm give the ship arms or what yet. We will have a play, I'm sure, at some point. And then we had a rather interesting heart-to-heart where I think Ciri successfully deceived.
Gaslit.
Sorry?
What?
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 I think
What?
Ciri successfully convinced Neri's mum that pushing him off the ship and turning him and letting him turn into a whale was for his own good and his own suggestion. And I think our group of refugees are mildly concerned that they may become refugees again because of the sheer amount of bad doo-doo we like to collect along route.
They technically just witnessed a god coming down and slapping someone mentally, and I'd be scared too. Not good.
You have
That's
this
probably the first time they've
people-
ever seen a god. That's hilarious.
Except for your mom, who fucked one.
Hey. Don't claim credit just for your mum. My mum willingly and knowingly did it. Your mum did it by accident. She didn't even know it was a god.
Means my mom is innocent, your mom isn't.
Yeah. Your mum pulled it'd have you a randomer. My mum pulled a god. That's how I see it.
Not entirely wrong.
I feel like your Neris mom accidentally might have done it just by jumping into the ocean. Since that's technically the goddess of the ocean.
She was at the ocean, but Fassa saw her and thought, "Damn!" And yes, she followed her around for a while, caught her and whatnot.
Oh my. Alright. Well, that was a good summary of what happened last time. And also, I think my players are kind of glossing over the fact that they defeated this giant. The strategic genius of this party. It's so hard to challenge them because they look at the problem and go, we could probably defeat this through sheer violence, right?
Yes.
And then they cook something together.
You
that-
just need to you just need to throw the druid hard enough.
Or from a great enough height. And there's at least one person that's crazy enough to jump off with no means of flying after him.
The thing is that Neri on top of Lizzie has been the bane of my existence when it comes to combat encounters.
He's either casting spells from Lizzie or he's
casting spells from Lizzie or casting himself from Lizzie. It's just... And you combine all of you together, and it's like... I'm gonna have to throw Vecna at you guys to challenge you. Like,
Did
yeah.
you get any pirate points from that fight, by the way?
From the Hecate? No.
Oh.
It wasn't a problem the gods felt was like a big enough thing. You did get one for destroying a Mogis camp, though, so...
Yeah. That one we already added, so.
I kind of figured out what my light is doing, and it's nothing I can do about it because the control center for my streamlight is broken, so we're just gonna deal with it. For those of you watching the stream, I kind of look pink, which is quite annoying. But yes. Let's, if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get this party started.
Did your brain go to the pink song as well?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm happy to entertain. I mean, these guys see me as sheet white. You guys on stream get to see me pink. So, you know.
I'll tell you all how she looks in real life.
But yes, if we're all as comfortable as we're going to get, let's get started. Soaring over the mountain range leading up towards the domain of Perforos and Thraxius, you see the sun setting behind the coastline to the west. The brilliant hues of pinks, turquoises, and yellow dancing across the waters far off in the distance. Along the mountainside, the light turns towards purple, dark blue, and grey as the light slowly fades. You find yourselves now back to the crossroads where your most recent adventure started. Right in front of you, slightly to the northeast, you know Thrax's lair to be. Heading south is the proud city of Akros, and heading north is the monastery where you were told a young man, unknown to him, is waiting for a message from his past sister. On your ship right now are 3 refugees from the Minotaur camp and Neris's mother, who had plans of poisoning said Minotaur camp if she had stayed any longer. They have expressed a desire to be anywhere but here, and all of them are very concerned that the last few hours have brought a lot of chaos into their lives, with you wrecking the Minotaur camp, destroying a giant, and getting yelled at but not destroyed by a god. What would you like to do?
I would like to loudly start discussing walking the plank.
Hey, Mum. Hey,
yes.
Mum. Hey, Mum. You want to see a dragon? You want to go see a dragon? You can go see a dragon if you want to go see a dragon. We're friends with a dragon.
I hope you're not referring to Francis.
Siri will.
I think he was very, very, very pointed in saying he does not like people.
And
Okay.
Siri will just hit him on the back of his head. And she will be like, yeah, and especially didn't like that people are stealing from him, Neri. And she will continue walking away.
What's she on about?
I think she's on about your hand.
Huh?
You burnt it on the door.
What? He's forgotten. What? He's like, I know it. Yes, the dragon actually doesn't like people. Surprisingly. But I suppose yeah, I don't really like people either.
Surprisingly, I hate people.
Yeah, I'm especially not a fan of liars. But we'll get to. Why don't we go? He shouted that in Suri's direction, by the way. Let's go.
I have not told any lies, Neri. I only told you
That's a lie!
the truth.
I sense a quite large amount of passive aggressiveness here. I think you might need to sit down and have a chat, all of you together.
Oh god, no, that implies we like people enough to do that. No.
Why on earth would we talk about our problems? It's much more fun to fight it out. Or throw each other off the ship.
Well,
one of the two.
Why is that Suri?
if that is how you resolve conflicts within your little group, I'm not gonna stop you. I will, however, smack you if you seriously hurt each other.
I like your mom.
Yeah, I like your mom too. She's probably one of the few, together with Siri, that I like. Well, I kind of like you too, Neri, although you're odd sometimes. And
Never.
I
don't know
guess
what you're on about. He says with his hair pink flowing in the wind.
I guess Janice is okay as well.
Oh, thanks. And I walk over to try and give Artemis a hug.
See? Life
She's
gets
like-
so much better when you talk about things.
Now, quicker, Ryan, getting on that hug. Dive right on top of him.
And as I reach in, I attempt to see whether or not I can take something out of Artemis's pocket.
My passive perception is 27, so...
Yeah, I know, but I'm currently disgusting you. You might be mildly distracted by this human who is hugging you. It's a vague hope on my part.
I mean, it's between the two of you. If you notice or not. He rolled a 21.
Where is he trying to steal from?
It's wherever his hands would effectively end up with. So I don't know. I haven't quite grasped what Artemis looks like, but I'm assuming it's if you've got a pocket and or a quiver, he'll try to effectively remove an arrow or something like that, or a knife that you might have on your person.
I mean, 8 arrow, really. 8 arrows. What is it? Go on, Max.
Oddly enough, I don't have a dagger, which I probably should get at some point. However, I guess you can get an arrow.
Yep.
However, as you're reaching for the arrow, he's gonna grab your wrist. He's gonna say, "You can have this arrow. It's a sign of friendship."
Ah, well,
I'll
don't
take
really
two.
need it now.
However, see from me again, and I'll consider feeding your hand to Orion.
I would like to point out that I have technically not stolen from you. I was attempting to steal from you. And therefore, I cannot steal from you a second time. I still have at least one more in the bank.
You
I mean,
stole
he's
this
not wrong.
arrow, and I decide
He's not
you stole
wrong.
this
He
arrow.
hasn't stolen the arrow. It's still on your person.
No, he's holding it.
It's not off you, though, is it?
And I've given it back. I've offered it back.
Well, don't try to steal from me again either.
No takesy backsies, and they walk off.
I'll keep that in mind.
And as you say that, he starts rubbing his knee from the arrow shots on the mountainside.
Right. Shall we get you all to the monastery then?
Oh! Well, that could be quite nice. I haven't been there in decades.
You've been there?
Oh, when I was still young and spry.
What are you doing there?
It's called a pilgrimage, Nerites.
You went on a pilgrimage? You never told me you'd been on a... Yeah, oh, okay.
Yanis's ears perk up at the sound of pilgrimage. Do they do lots of offerings and stuff at this monastery? Is it one of those type of monasteries, or is it one of those cloistered, silence, boring, kind of places?
Last time,
So with the farmer, I'll whisper.
last time I was there, it was more of a hot springs, and you can buy volcano forged items. And why would I not visit my then lover's best friend? There it is.
You visited Perforos?
Well, he wasn't in at the time.
At the
I
time!
love your mom.
I was there to deliver something from Thassa to Perforos, but he wasn't there when I arrived. I wasn't going to hang around, so I went home. This was before you were born.
Best friend? They're not best friends. You sung me way too many songs to imply they're best friends.
Well, unless...
Why would you get... Oh, wow! Wow, Facet got her current lover to deliver an item to her ex. That must have been salt on the wound. No wonder he didn't visit you.
That sounds like a really
Bitch
intelligent
slap.
thing to do. No,
Right, what? No?
I mean, sure. I'd say if you don't really want to go and see your ex, the best thing to do is go and send your current partner to them instead. Doubly insulting.
Wow. I don't think they're exes on purpose, though. I think the big metal guy just can't be around the ocean very long.
And the ocean
Oh.
tends to turn into
Salty.
mist when it comes into contact with a volcano.
Yeah, there's that as well. So I guess they're on good grounds.
As far as I know, they're still friends. Well, with
Just friends
Thassa's...
without benefits.
Yeah.
I mean, Perforos did make Thassa her weapon.
Twice. You lost it the first time.
I'm not entirely... Alright. Well, as much fun as it is watching you all squabble, where are our quarters?
Yeah,
Ah,
Lizzie.
let me
Where's
show
their
you.
quarters?
Yes, Cyrdelia, was it?
Yes, still a pleasure. I am still very sorry for your... And she looks over to Neri. Your son's leadership. I shall not listen to him next time he comes with such a drastic plan. And she bows.
What drastic plan?
The
Oh,
one that...
now, Neri, you beat the giant. I am still quite impressed.
What?
It was quite
Oh,
impressive.
you were
to-
behind all of this, Neri?
What plan?
That's pretty good.
What
I've
plan
never expected you to be that great.
indeed?
He's just looking around completely
wonders.
confused, like, oh.
Yes. Thank you.
And she will start like just going down the stairs and be like, just follow me.
In your mind, both Siri and Lyra will hear in their minds. Shall I prepare separate quarters for the our new guests? Miss Siri?
Yes. I was.
Yes.
Yes. It would be lovely. I was just about to ask you if you can make like another room for them next to mine, just so they
What?
have somewhere to stay.
What one room for the three, for the two men, and one room for my mum and the female.
If that's
I
what
thought
they
your mum was
wish.
sharing with me tonight.
I will kill you where you stand.
Worth a try.
Let's see how well you do being chucked off the side of a freaking berth.
Lyra's
without
gonna look
me
over
to
to
ride
you. Lyra's gonna look over to you, Yanis, and just, if only I was, 30 years younger.
He uses disguise self to make him look like a man that's 30 years older. Did this help?
Not
No.
to mention 200 IQ less.
Unfortunately not, but I like the trying.
Okay, he kind of reverts it back to himself and then it's like, I could try to take on the form of Fassa, if that is in any way a good idea. Probably not.
He would murder you.
Lyra's got just looking at Yanis with that, the patented blank stare of disapproval. Just no. I appreciate the trying, though.
Fair enough.
Like, you can measure up to Fassa.
Oh,
Your
could never
tentacles
measure up
way
to-
smaller than hers.
Well, that it may be, but
It's that, and we've all. It's a combination of things: the age, the time we've known each other, and the fact that you're traveling with my son.
and
Artemis is gonna kind of nudge closer to Siri and say, "Is this a normal human mating ritual?"
Yes, but a failing one, I presume.
Yeah, I got that feeling as well.
Yeah. I mean, the woman has been with a god.
Yeah,
But
few things beat a god.
I mean,
and I mean,
Gale jumps anyone, and
But
he's
he-
been with Mistra, so
but I mean, you need to get Yanis like the bonus point for like trying.
I mean, he's obviously trying really hard. Even to the point he's insulting gods, which I would say is either brave or really stupid. Or both.
Yes, I think this party has a tendency to angry the gods for some godforsaken reason.
I mean, it is understandable because we all follow different gods and we all have some disagreeing with each other's gods. I mean, I, for
Yes.
example, don't really like Perforos at all. I
And
like
that's
you.
your way in life.
But I don't like Civilization, and he's kinda on their team. Thassa,
Well, creating
I
new
don't
things.
know anything much. Like, ocean is also nature, so I guess I'm fine with it. Phoenix. I don't like Phoenix. And Karametra. Ugh. Don't get me started.
Just remember one thing, Artemis. Even though we don't have like the same god, I still respect nature. And you still go around with a bow that my god did make.
Which is why I respect him, but I don't appreciate his alignment. He is too far towards civilization. He could do so much more in nature. Like, imagine the amount of things he could do with nature instead of these cities and walls.
What are you on about? He's literally the god of volcanoes.
He's the god of creation.
He's a god of creation. He's creating things, and he's liking civilization.
Yeah,
But
but
again,
volcanoes are under
Innovations.
his like range, right?
Neri, why all of a sudden are you joining this conversation?
Well,
Are
you guys were just talking.
dropping?
You guys were just talking quietly. I thought you were sharing my mum to a room.
Well, you were busy, or he was busy doing whatever.
Yes. ADHD. He's lost
But yes,
interest
your
in whatever
rooms.
that was.
But she looks over to Artemis before going down deck. But as I said, just because we don't have the same view doesn't mean we can't respect, and that's the difference. As long as we can respect each other, I don't see anything wrong with these quests.
No.
And she
I
will
respect
continue
you.
walking off. And she will look at Neri's mom for 2 seconds and be like, I will still give you bonus points for having it with a god. And she will continue walking.
Well, I do wish she
So,
had.
Mary, when are you gonna mate with a god?
I tried. He turned me down.
You tried?
I played with him.
who?
With his god. I'm sorry.
Please tell me his mom hears this.
It's not a very large area in the cargo hold.
I'm up on top that way. I thought she would just let him under.
Yeah, we are just on our way down.
Yeah, you're going down.
I wait till they're like, I wait till they're down, and then as soon as like, I'm like, yeah, I tried, but yeah, Fenax said I was cute, but since then he hasn't like called me, so we'll see.
Is that like Janice is trying to get on with your mother and you're trying to get on with his god? Is that like a vendetta you guys have?
I mean, I don't think his god is his dad, right? When I look at yes.
I mean,
Maybe his sugar daddy, but not his dad.
I don't know who my parents are. I mean, Daddy P could be Daddy P, but I don't think so.
Daddy
Yeah.
P.
There you go.
All right. Janice, please roll me a D100.
Yep. 28.
At the side of your head, you just feel like ping. And Neri, you're standing close by, right? You were
Vaguely.
talking. You suddenly see this mark flare up along Yanis's head. kind of a almost like a gold brand just flare up on the side and is inscribed with letters. Kind of hard to read because they seem to be breaking off. But there's
Celestial.
yes, they would be.
Can I try to quickly read them?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a perception.
Should I try to do that as well? 'Cause I'm
Uh,
assuming if
yes.
he sees it, I'm probably seeing it as well.
Oh yeah, it basically like Yanis, you feel a cling to the side of your head, like someone going, and yeah, Jason, Neri and Artemis, you see this kind of a, almost like you know when you flick up, you get a starting point and then it goes up. This kind of brand up a side of Yanis's head, and it's kind of hard to see what it is. It's broken words. You can tell that it's definitely lettering, and with the 18 perception, you notice that it's supposed to be full words, but it seemed to vanish on the side. And you, Artemis, you, with a 26 perception, for a brief moment, there is like a half mask thing happening. And then it fades back to just that little mark. Basically what the so what you catch, Neri, is he who minds is what you can discern from the words, the broken words along this tiny little bit. Artemis with the 26. Yes. Artemis, what you see in that brief flash is he who minds his tongue lives longer.
She is gonna copy the text. So she's quickly gonna memorize what she saw and she's gonna write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly how she saw it, and then she's gonna give it to Neri. Let's say, can you read?
Read what?
Oh yeah,
read?
Artemis can't read. She would understand what it says, but she can't read.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I read. When he nods. That's all he says.
What does it say? I
What do you mean,
can't
what does
read.
it say? How do you? Oh, okay. He who minds his tongue lives longer.
Is your God saying you something or us something?
It's God's telling him to shut up.
Makes sense.
Yes, Psycole?
Well, please, what did it say?
He who minds his tongue lives longer.
But how can you put your tongue in your brain?
He who watches. He who. Watches what he says lives longer, basically.
But like, when you say stuff, you don't see it. So how can you watch it?
Oh, you poor thing.
I think it means that if you say something that someone takes very insulting, your life ends sooner. While if you don't say something that angries or hurts people, you will live longer.
Okay.
Don't
But
say
then-
stupid shit to the wrong person.
Okay, but that's kind of how I make money. And like, okay, but what do you
Have
think
you-
was offensive? Daddy P or Daddy P?
Actually, I'm going to.
I personally would say Daddy P, but I think also Daddy P is also very insulting. Because I don't think he's your father.
Would he be offended if I said Daddy P?
I mean, if you said it, he might like it.
Yeah. Like,
The three of you notice this presence. Nothing visual like
damn it.
Leo had, but just the presence of and something standing between Neri and Yanis. And then Neri, Yanis, you both feel hands resting on your shoulder
Oh.
and just, you haven't earned that yet. And then it fades.
Ooh. How can I earn it?
Ah, you are sworn to another.
What was that?
You are sworn to another.
This is boyfriend that you're talking about, right?
No,
No.
The one that Siri keeps
the
going on
god.
about. Oh,
I've got another god. My mum
Oh.
won't mind me sleeping around with other gods. Sleeping around with gods, right? Why would she mind? I'm gonna have to have words with her. Have a protectiveness is yeah.
You feel a hand on your head, Neri, just going, you do that. And then the presence fades. Meanwhile, down in the cargo hold, you get down there, Siri, and you see, in addition to your door, you see two others right next to. And the whole area looks much larger than it used to. It still fits within the cargo hold. It looks completely natural. It just looks like, instead of the cargo hold of a small trading vessel that you had, now it looks like the cargo hold of a much larger trading vessel. And it easily
She would
fits
just
into
whisper
all.
like, I love you, Lizzie.
I am happy to please, Miss Siri, and I'm very glad I didn't get crushed.
If anything was to happen to you, Lizzie, I would personally make sure that the one person or thing that ever damaged your beautiful planks would have every single broken bone in their limbs and body.
You are such a sweetheart, Miss Siri. Anything else I can do? Do we have a direction we wish to go? I've heard murmurs of various different areas that you were talking about,
Let's go to the monastery. I feel like we're already going there. I see no use of going back to Akros right now.
Right.
And I think the people would be more than happy to not be in our area, if you know what I mean.
Fully understandable. It might be quite a shock to those who are not used to your escapades. To witness them with front row seats.
Yeah, I think, and she looks just a little bit back at the people as she speaks in her mind. I think they might have been a little bit shocked by the god appearing.
Ah, yes. Twice, in fact.
Twice?
Oh, yes. Karameta was quite a presence. There was a subtle one not too long ago. I didn't catch who that was, however. But considering that all of you are, as far as I understand from your talking, chosen by various gods of our fair world, that is not too strange.
I just don't hope they have angried another one.
I hope so too. I very much wish to continue my existence unhindered.
Me too, Lizzie. Me too.
Now, I do hope that you find the new quarters acceptable. There's only so much I can do with a short notice.
I'm sure there's more than enough, Lizzie. You made my room just the way I wanted it, with just as much as amount of time.
Yes. Do let me know if there's anything I can do. I will set course north. If I understand it correctly, you are heading to the Flamespeaker monastery, north of here, not any other. Good. I do kind of need a little bit of a cardinal direction, but yes, now that I know,
I'll be up on the. I'll be up shortly, just showing these people their rooms. I am quite handy with a map.
So I've noticed. And then Liz is gonna basically broadcast to everyone. We are heading north as per Miss Sears' instructions. If there are any objections, voice them now. If not, we should be arriving at the Flamespeaker monastery within the coming day. We will likely be traveling a lot higher than previously, as to not run into other obstacles.
And Siri will just open both the doors for the guests and be like, this is for the ladies and this is for our gentlemen. We do recommend staying inside your rooms until we have safely returned to the monastery. And she looks at the guy who puked over the railing, being like, you should especially lie down and just try and relax.
Yeah, got it.
And she will take one of the buckets in the corner and just hand it to him, just in case.
Got it. He stumbles in, just falls to his side on the bed, just looking very green. I hate goats.
Don't be afraid to ask for anything salt or water or anything.
Yep, thank you. The other guy is people who can't be on boats. I don't understand. And vanish into the room as well. And you see that each of the rooms, the new ones, have kind of narrow, but each of them have a cot in it, and there's a table in between the two beds, and there's no windows in here. But there, at the end of each of the beds is a small chest as well for belongings. And there's also what looks like a curtain that can be pulled along a curtain rod in the ceiling, so just to divide the room. If need be.
And she will just like close the doors and be like, "You have really outdone yourself, Lizzie."
Well, thank you so much, Miss Siri. I do appreciate that. Well, yes.
I'll be up right away. And she walks up the stairs, and then she looks at everyone and she's like, "Which god was here? Because I swear to Perforos, if you're angry one more, someone's gonna fall off this ship."
What do you mean?
Artemis points at Janice.
What god? What are you on about?
Believe it or not, and she touches Lizzie's railing, being like, "We have quite a girly bond." And she does recognize when a god is on board the ship, though she didn't know which one. And she looks at everyone.
I shrug. I'm like,
No,
no god
one
here.
Artemis just points.
Yes, Artemis? Something you want to share?
No,
sure.
he called Fenax for P Daddy or Daddy P. So yeah, he kind of angered his god as well, and Neri decided to call him that as well, and flirted with him as well. And
I didn't anger him. I'd say I aroused him more than angered.
And
I have bubbles
Mary.
in my nose.
and he didn't necessarily object. Just told us that we hadn't quite earned the right to call him what we were calling him yet.
I'll earn that right. It takes a drink of water.
And she will look over at Neri. "I think you will earn that right when you..." And she looks at him up and down. "When you go on your knees for him." And she starts walking up.
Do you think praying will help?
I
think you need to do more work than praying, Neri.
I just
Hi,
want to
Joe.
put that. I just want to put it out there that this is carbonated water.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that this stream is 18 plus.
If you don't know that by now, why are you here?
Leave.
This is if you're under the age of 18, you need to not be here.
get out.
Because this stream is marked mature, because we are not. Also, when I said this is carbonated water, I took a drink right before Jason said that, and now I have bubbles in my sinuses.
Said what?
But yeah, Siri will just walk up to like the wheel, and she'll be like, "Yeah, you need to do some more work than praying on your knees."
I think she's referring to pole dancing, Neri.
How can you pole dance on your knees?
All right. It's quite an eclectic crew we have here, Miss Siri. Anything I can help you all with? I hesitate to use this word now because it's gonna be taken out of context. Miss Artemis and if I say this, I'm gonna regret this. But this is how Lizzie refers to these two. Masters Neri and Yanis, how can I help you?
I mean, I'm good. Everything seems good.
Are you quite sure about that? No extra aids, rooms?
I believe both Janice and Neri are both in dire need of a mate. If you can make a mate appear from each of them, then that's probably a good thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think they are unsalvageable.
Unfortunately,
I-
that is
I-
beyond my abilities.
You just ignore her, Lizzie.
Besides,
Right.
Neri's got a boyfriend.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Well, that
Let me keep
seems to
saying
be
you've
part
got a
of the...
boyfriend.
Siri's a liar.
Oh, you not
Excuse
having
me, what did you call me?
A liar.
Well, it seems
Says the
that...
man. Sorry.
It seems that the lack of a boyfriend is part of the problem.
Like I said, a mate.
I'm going to go have a short rest. But I will recover from being tossed off of a ship, fireball, and insinuated upon. Good
Well-
evening, everybody. He's gonna stab off to the bow of the
Oh, don't
ship.
worry, Neri. That fireball was addressed to you anyway.
You better hope you're not within an enemy. Between now and when I forget this.
I guess like a goldfish, she whispers to herself.
I kind of remember the meme, and it's now living rent-free in my mind. But Neri almost turned into lightly fried fish fillets.
Big ass fish fillet. Killer whale fish
Alright.
fillet.
So, you, yes.
I don't need any help, Lizzie. You can just sail, fly along.
All right,
I'll
then.
just wander up to
Cyril-
your mast, Cronist.
All right. See?
Siri will just put her hair in a ponytail, look at the map, know exactly where she's going, and just like turn the wheel gently.
Wait, thank you.
And I believe we should. And she kind of like, she knows that Lizzie can't see,
Yeah.
but she also knows that she kind of understands when she's like, I think we should like maybe go like a little bit of a turn here, so we like go a little higher over the mountains in case something.
Oh, yes,
And
absolutely.
she looks around.
So,
Freaky happens.
so Lizzie doesn't really have, she doesn't have eyes or vision, but she basically has blind sight. So while she can't see when you're pointing and such, it's kind of like echolocation. So she knows where cliffs are and big things.
Yeah, so she will, but like Siri will hold a map and she will look on the horizon and like, yeah, we should like turn around that mountain a little bit like to the east.
Absolutely.
So she will understand like
Yeah.
somewhat where we're going.
So as
We
long
should,
as
we
you,
should give her googly eyes so she can see.
that would be funny. But no, so she can basically, like, if you describe the area to her, the blind sight is, I think I put it at 80 feet. So she knows within 80 feet of her at all times, like where stuff is, but it also gives her a limited reaction time if stuff pops up.
Yeah, but Siri will basically just stay at the wheel.
Yep.
Look very majestic and queenly, being like long flowing hair in a ponytail. Look kind of like a pirate queen.
All right. Speaking of pirates, Yanis, what are you doing?
Yanis will just set himself up at the back of the ship, watching Siri as she steers the ship and has her conversation with Lizzie.
All right. So, as the sun sets completely on the western horizon, you make your way north towards the volcano
Monastery.
known at Mount Vesuvius. Ish?
Did you say
Yeah.
it'd be like a whole day till we get there?
Most of the day. So you will be traveling through the night and then into the early afternoon.
Oh, Neri's off to bed then.
Yeah. And yeah, you let me see. Someone roll me a d6 real quick.
Oh no. This is a one.
Thanks, Psycole.
You, as you travel and the sun through the night, you pass by these two volcanoes, and during the night you get close enough that the continuous ash clouds start covering the whole sky above you, and these flashes of lightning cut through the pyroclastic clouds that form, and everyone on the ship will start feeling that Lizzie is getting more and more uncomfortable getting close to these clouds. And then whoever's on top deck will see that ash starts falling. The soft gray, like snowfall. It's not hot to the touch yet, but it keeps falling down on top of Lizzie, and everything, like as by the time dawn comes around, the top deck is covered in ash. And as you move closer and closer to the monastery, the air gets warmer. Not uncomfortably warm, not like in Thraxis's lair, but it's getting a lot warmer and a lot more uncomfortable to be on top deck. And you
She's
feel...
having the time of her life.
Yeah, but you feel Lizzie just lower to avoid the clouds as they become thicker and thicker. And by the time you hit early afternoon, you see this glint suddenly. I'd say Artemis you would notice first. Flashes of light cutting through the overcast sky. Like as soon as a sunbeam or something cuts through the cloud, you get that flash of light. And it's becoming more and more often the closer you get to Mount Vesuvius. And eventually everyone who is on top deck would get that like sudden just blinking. Every time there's...
Is this early afternoon the day before we arrive, or...?
No, but this would be the same day.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
by the time, like, you see these huge mountains everywhere. And as you slowly move into this, it's almost like a caldera, but one side has been completely cleared out. And these flashes of light come more and more often as you move closer. And then you see from where you're at, Lizzie is almost at the ground now. And you get that intense feeling of being very uncomfortable. The top deck is completely gray with ash. And
Can Neri spend the morning kind of? So he tells her to seal the bottom deck,
yeah,
or the between the
Mhm.
lower deck off from the top, and he'll just spend the morning paddle washing her
yep.
with his
Oh,
thingy and just making sure she's thoroughly wet So if any ash does fall on, it won't catch fire or anything because she's drenched.
Yeah. You get yeah, as you do that, Lizzie just goes, I do appreciate that, Master Neri. It is quite, well, not flammable yet, but I do not appreciate having ash on my deck.
Yeah, that's fine. And he's just using control water to like gush like every so often just to make sure it comes off, and he's just flicking his hand while using the power hose. And
right, and I need to do a little bit of shenanigans. Where is my...
During the night, Artemis would sleep in the crow's nest with Orion. Kinda.
I thought there wasn't one.
Oh, there was no crow's nest?
There's not really a
bit small
crow's
for one.
nest. It's very
Yeah.
small, but there is like an area at the top where you can just about stand and lash yourself to the mast. But there's not
In that
really...
case, he's gonna ask Lizzie to make it larger.
All right.
To make a crow's nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, of course I can make that for you. That's not a problem at all. Let me see.
Oh no.
No, we lost Lizzie. Not Lizzie. Lillith.
Lilith.
I was thinking Lizzie because I'm making a token. I'm setting up your setting up your tokens. We lost Lilith. No.
Alright, we got all of our foreheads. Look how beautiful they are.
There we go. And then eventually, as you break through a large, like almost like a puff of gray mist, you come up these slopes with beautiful trees with red and orange leaves climbing up the steps made out of glistening obsidian. As I move you onto the map.
Did we get a proper long rest?
Yes, you did. It doesn't show. There you go, Aishar. And you realize that the flashes of light you've seen is the sunlight hitting this massive wall. About 15-foot tall wall of gold that just surrounds the top of these stairs, these obsidian stairs. And along the stairs you see what looks like it's not called field, plantation, not plantations. That's tiny gardens and people moving under the trees, tending to them. Along these steps, these huge obsidian steps, you see staircases leading up from the gravel road below, and all the way for a path. Gravel has been placed. It's the same red kind of sand from the rest of the mountain range, but it seemed to have been ground down and just placed along these obsidian terraces that lead up towards the golden walls. You are currently at the bottom of these terraces.
Can I ask, could Lizzie land here? Could I ask her if she can land there? So I feel like it's a big open spot.
I shall make an attempt, Master Neri. And she will fly over here and then slowly and gently land as low as she can. She doesn't really, like, because of the narrow keel. She can't like land on the ground, but she can be like a couple of feet off the ground and hover there.
Yeah, and then he'll just kind of like put her down her back entrance, or open her back entrance,
Yep.
and tell everyone, well, yeah. And Mum, you can obviously, well, I mean, you can visit, but you're coming back with us as well, yeah?
I
I can
am.
take you back to Melitus.
Yes, I'm returning to Melitus as soon as you are able to take me. Or if you take me to Akros, I can make my own way. It's fine either way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll take
you're
you
so
there.
sweet.
You deserve a full guard.
We also heard that there's some
War bands.
war bands around, both Leonin and Centaurs, so it would be probably for the best to avoid letting you walk alone through all of that.
You are all so sweet. Thank you so much. But no, I think I will just stay on your excellent ship for now. It's been a while since I was on a ship, and I have never been on a flying one before. I think me and Lucy shall acquaint ourselves.
I just met Lizzie. You love her.
Oh, your mother is quite excellent.
If anything happens to her, just remember, you will be made into campfire wood. I whisper that really quietly to her.
Alright. Personal protective services. Alright. So
It's not all protective ever, is it?
Alright.
Just be glad Syria didn't hear that. She would yeet you off the ship again.
There is a hint
And make
that he
you
does
walk
that,
with your mom back home.
There's a hint that he wouldn't do that, even if she did, but
Alright.
Just pointing it out.
just pointing it out.
You find yourself standing outside the large walls of this monastery. From where you're currently standing, the wall, the obsidian wall, is roughly 15 foot tall, and the gold walls surrounding, or the gilded walls, are about another 15 feet up. So you can't, there's no way to see over the walls from where you're at. You see a staircase that it seemed to be not carved out of the obsidian, but from other rock and then taken here and placed and made look like it fits in. The staircase leading up is flanked by two large bronze statues, each holding a brazier with burning flames in them, almost welcoming you to enter. At the top of the staircase, there is this gilded archway of very, very finely crafted branches that seem to twine and meet at the top.
Artemis is kind of rolling her eyes.
Well, should I lead the way since I'm the leader? Apparently.
Yes, that's a great plan, Neri.
Don't get yourself killed.
I'll try not to. I didn't regret it already.
And
Artemis is
Siri
gonna
will
walk behind
just
him.
Siri will tell the weasel to stay with Neri's mom, just keep her company, would you?
Are you sure? All right.
They're cutting out.
Oh, are you sure?
I mean, Lizzie can... And she kind of like scratches him under the chin. Because I trust you to watch over Lizzie and the mom. Because I have so much faith in you. And she kind of like strokes him.
I was hoping to taste something nice here, but I can wait. I can wait. Yes, I will protect.
I promise you. If I get frustrated, I'm coming right to you.
Oh, I know. It's very nice, yes. Well, I shall protect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck, Wee.
Oh, you do. And he kind of waves a little paw, like, before flying off and finding Lyra. Neri and Artemis, as you walk up the steps, and up to this archway, you get this odd sensation. It's not a bad feeling, but an odd sensation of suddenly being dunked in hot water.
I like water. Do I like hot water? It's the water.
It's that
Like
warm
hot.
feeling of dropping into a hot bath.
Oh, okay, no, I really likes this.
Artemis does not like it. And she's like, this is too hot.
And as you approach, a man clad in yellow and red robes run up to you and oh, welcome. Oh, I'm so sorry that you had to arrive at... You didn't see anyone else along the path, did you?
We were on the path.
Right.
I just point to the ship. We flew.
Oh. How? How does that work?
The ship flies.
That is magnificent. I wonder if you... And he just starts trailing off, muttering about how to deconstruct.
You'll have to ask her.
She speaks?
Yeah, it speaks.
Oh, if only we had it. Well, I do apologize. I'm sorry for my conduct. Oh, this is how I'm becoming. Welcome to the Flamespeaker monastery of Mount Velus. It's a shame that you had to be here during such disastrous times. Oh, Mount Vesios, that's one. But you are welcome nonetheless if you wish to continue your pilgrimage.
I am completely puzzled as to what you're going on about. Why is it disastrous times?
Of course, no. Of course, you have only just arrived. Unfortunately, one of our own has been murdered on the premises, and if you are able to find lodging elsewhere, it probably would be safer for your sakes.
Now we can't drop the refugees off here.
Oh, you bring refugees? That's... Well, we would gladly take them in, but we cannot guarantee...
What's going on?
Oh!
There's been a murder, sorry.
Excuse me?
There's been a murder here. Someone's murdered someone.
Well,
and she would just look up at the sky. Why?
May I ask who was murdered?
Well, our I'm not entirely sure how much I'm supposed to share with complete strangers.
We're heroes.
Great.
This is a champion of Perforos, and I gesture at Siri.
Hi.
Oh, child
We've
of...
just met with Fraxis a days ago.
Do give me a persuasion check.
With advantage because I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, sure, why not? He looks to Siri and says, "Oh, I can see that you are a child of Perforus." He just looks at in there, look, and then back to Siri. Is he quite right in the head?
Yes. Quite unfortunate with our leader here.
Right. I'm so sorry to insult you. Few are the ones who
Oh no,
met.
by all means.
Few are the ones who have met Perforus Herald and lived to tell the tale.
Oh, wait,
I mean,
wait. And I pull out the trident.
I show them my sword as well.
Let me do something real quick. Dun, 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 dun. No.
Oh, you idiot.
Those are quite impressive weapons you have there.
We were given them by that dragon.
Can you at least say his name?
Traxis. That's not his name.
Traxis, thank you. Thank you, Neri, for actually remembering.
His name this whole time. What do you mean? I can even summon a mini Fraxis if you want.
I would not do
And you
that.
can see her eye twitch.
Well, as I can see that you are indeed a child of Perforos, and he indicates to Siri, perhaps you can help us. I would ask that you, where are you? Dun, 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 dun. I forgot someone. I have too many long notes. Why?
You at least have the name of the one who got killed. Is it someone we know?
That's the one I'm looking at.
Do you know anyone at the monastery?
I don't know anyone, but
Did they have weird eyes?
Oh, no.
Like golden, like dragon-like eyes. Apparently, there's a man here with golden, like dragon eyes.
Oh, you must be referring to Brother Timoleon. No, he is quite well.
Okay.
I am trying to find... I have too many notes. Why?
We might have a message for him.
No.
About his sister?
No. Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Wasn't it?
No.
No, this guy's the one who you the monk was interested in, and then the brother's the guy who has the dead sister that we're supposed to tell him about.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, Brother Philon, our cook, was the one who was unfortunately murdered. He was found out in the vegetable garden earlier this morning.
What did he do? Burn the bread too many times?
That might have been a motive, but no, not this time. I don't believe. He was... It was quite odd. He was found in a pond. Stabbed several times. Yes, we do have irrigation ponds.
Stabbed several times.
Yes.
I would say this is quite a passionate way of getting rid of someone or hatred.
I would say it's very disturbing to kill someone in a temple. or monastery.
Well, if you are curious, I can take you to Brain. What's the name of the thing that the person that leads a monastery? Father Superior. That's the
Priest?
one. Head priest. I can take you to our head priest, and maybe she can help you, or hire you, or
I mean, why not? I mean, we're supposed to leave people here. I don't feel safe leaving people with. And she looks around. Stabby people.
indeed.
Artemis looks at Leo.
Okay.
Well, he went a little bit overboard last time, so you know.
Oh, okay. Well. Yeah, he didn't notice. He's all the way back there, so. At the bottom of the steps. Okay. What's going on? Can we come inside now?
Oh, I do apologize. I am blocking your way. If you would, if you are interested in helping us, this
Helping with what?
you can just hear his voice echo through the mountains, and just please this way. The priest takes a few steps back, turns, and without even really looking, starts walking towards this large building. And you can see another more finely dressed priest standing outside, just outside the door. And yeah, he's gonna walk over here. Inside you might find a head priest. Her name is Davala. You might find her... I was going to say you might find her a bit peculiar, but you do have another child of Perforos with you, so perhaps not so much. And he opens...
Can I insight check this monk?
Sure, absolutely. What exactly are you looking for?
Like, if he's telling, like, everything about this murder and stuff like that, if he's not holding back anything?
Well, I
Like
think he's
you?
holding back stuff. Because he said he wasn't sure how much he's supposed to tell us.
Eh?
Do we see those other people over here, by the way?
Yeah, as you're walking through, you can see that there are more people around, and they seem to be going about business, sort of, but you can clearly like see as soon as two people meet, they kind of huddle and talk amongst each other. It's a little bit too far for you to hear or overhear what they're saying, but they're clearly like talking.
I can read lips.
We want to
How
know random
far?
conversations.
How far?
I'm trying to see whether or not someone is acting nervously or like is giving weird looks, and I'm trying to see what they're talking about as well.
All right. As you can read lips.
And I can read lips as long as I can see their mouth.
At 70 feet, you would have to get closer to properly, but like their whole demeanor is this kind of a nervous tension.
Is there anyone who doesn't seem nervous?
From what you can tell around you right now, not really. Like,
Right.
they are... As soon as people notice you, they keep looking at you with that kind of a nervous suspicion.
Is this a token you've accidentally dragged on?
No, that's an actual blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
So most of the people around you are dressed in those red and yellow robes. These two up here seem to have some form of protective gear, and they are basically gently chipping off the red crystals that seem to be blooming out of the lava flows around. And over here is what looks like a blacksmith station with a woman standing, like, dressed in protective gear and currently resting her arms on what looks like a large hammer, like on the handle of it. Siri, with that 12 in insight, the man looks nervous, on edge, a little bit unsure, and you get the sense that, like I said, that he's not sure how much he can tell you. You are strangers. And you also get a little bit of a sense that he feels that maybe he said too much already to pull you into the story. But he opens the door to this building and indicates for you to go inside. Yanis, what are you doing?
Yanis is just following on quietly behind, waiting to find out what's going on, and then I suspect I will attempt to sneak off once we know whether or not we are or are not planning to investigate this murder.
Alright, fair enough.
I'm letting the people that can talk to people, and then I'm just kind of waiting to go and hide.
Alright. So, you go inside? Or do you want to... Alright, Siri, as you step inside these... it's a single stone door that seems to be like ornamental in bronze and brass all around it. Various patterns of dragons and floral patterns. And at the bottom, you see this wave pattern. That, at a closer look, you see that they are basically the hinges are made into these intricate patterns. And as you step inside, on either side, you have bronze statues of a large male figure wearing... I think on one end it was a bow, and on the other end it's a sword. And you also see into the temple itself. There are some pews or benches where you can sit. And on either side as you step inside, on your right is a large golden dragon, completely surrounded by these red crystals. And to your left is a huge bronze statue of a knight on a horse wielding what looks like a large torch that is lit, surrounded by purple crystals. Inside you see two constructs, two beetles, on a bench. Another statue that seems to be holding a book in one hand. And what looks like an unfinished marble statue. And then at the end is...
What is the statue of?
This one? The unfinished one?
The unfinished one.
The unfinished one looks to be of a kind of a fox-eagle hybrid creature. So it has the body and tail of a fox with the wings and the head of an eagle.
Okay.
And at the end, you see the altar and a large bronze statue of Perforos standing, flanked on either side by golden foxes. In the middle of the room is a fire pit, and by the fire pit stands a bright red tiefling, wearing the red robes and gold ornaments. Like gold falling down from intricately curved horns. Welcome. I'm sad to welcome you to our sacred space. Such a time of destruction. I wish it wasn't so, but that is our lot for now.
We are very sorry to disturb. But we have some refugees that we might have picked up on our way here.
Oh, that is unfortunate. This is seemingly not a safe space right now.
Yes, so we heard. May we just assist you on this matter, perhaps?
Oh. Assistance is welcome, but why would strangers come and aid us?
And
we were going to send word to Akros for help.
Siri will walk up to the fire pit, and she will do like this, like take her necklace out, and it will be that she got from Victor, the necklace with the symbol of Perforos on it. As a child of Perforos, I would hate for it to be filthied by such heinous crime.
We would appreciate any assistance we can. You can offer. We have, a poor friend was found only this morning. But any help, like I mentioned, we have sent someone to Akros, but they will not be back for days. And we would appreciate it.
We can help you as much as we can here. And she will look back at Neri. But I do believe that we're going back to Akros anyway later to deliver your mother, wasn't it?
No. I think we'll just take her straight to Meltis after we've visited these places. I don't want to stay in an Akros with all the war bands around. I think Meltis would be safer. But
I mean, we could if we see the man on the road, we can tell him to turn back if we make this case go away.
Yes, we can. We'll be on our way back to Akros anyway, probably just to stop off there. Tell the guards what we've managed to deal with, because we need to talk to them about some things, such as the local Minotaur warband. But I don't suppose this is like stab in the dark here. I don't suppose you have oils that are worth a considerable amount. 1,000 gold pieces?
Well, we have some holy oils.
Would you have enough for 1,000 for it to be 1,000 gold pieces? What I'm saying is, I know a druidic ritual which allows me to reincarnate people, bring them back to life. I could bring back the guy who was stabbed to death to life, and we can just get it from the horse, the horse's mouth, so to speak, on who was the murderer.
That would be.
You can see that she's a little bit horrified, like bringing people back to life in Perforce's temple, being like, eh.
Well,
of course, this is a totally natural event. The druids do it sometimes. It's not the same as what the reborn are. He will have his soul back. It's if the gods allow.
If Perforos allows it, well, any ritual is under his purview in here in our temple, of course. If we can find the oils needed, of course we would cherish the chance to have our fallen brother back, and if he remembers who took his life. But would he be in a position to speak if he's reincarnated?
He will be able to speak. However, he may be a different race.
Oh, that is not a problem whatsoever. We welcome all here. Everyone who wished to follow the creative inspirations of Perforos are more than welcome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he could be Nick Spawn, he could be a centaur, human, satyr, minotaur.
We get it.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Would atheists allow it though?
It really depends on
if
the what the spirits define. It's nothing to do with me. It's completely random choice.
Indeed, it would be up to Perforos and Athreos both to allow the spirit to return. Though, as far as I'm aware, this is a spell well beyond my capabilities. But we have resurrected people in the past if they bring the materials for such a ritual. We do not have that here, of course. That amount of riches is not something we have at our disposal. However, a holy oil is something that we have. If we have enough for your ritual, that's an entirely different matter. But and she calls out, Kairos, and the priest who led you in comes inside and just, yes. We need all the holy oils we have available. And he just looks at her for a moment and is, of course, and runs off.
My second, if that does not go well, my second thing would be I need a incense worth 25 gold pieces, and I might be able to talk to a god. And they might be able to provide us with the answer on whose the murderer is. So I could talk to Perforos. Or I could guide our bard into talking to Perforos, as she is his champion.
But incense is not an issue. Incense we have plenty. So if your first offering does not work, well, she indicates to the altar, and you can see incense burning everywhere. That will not be a problem whatsoever. But if you are interested in, since you seem interested in helping us solve this, may I have your names? I'm Devala. I'm the head priest of this monastery, a grace given by the god of creation himself, or creativity.
I'm Ciridelia. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ciridelia, yes. It is. And
Oh, you can just call me Ciri.
Nice. Of course, thank you. And I'm sorry, young lady, I'd missed your name.
Artemis.
Artemis.
Champion of Nylea.
Ah. You are divine champion.
Just take the help.
Oh, I was not going to turn you away. That is not our way here. I've been just fascinated to be in the presence of divine champions. It is a first for my lifetime.
Well, all of us are champions of our god, so this will be many first times then.
Indeed. I shall not be so rude as to ask who, though you, and she indicates Ciri, have already mentioned that you serve Perforos, as have your pink-haired companion here.
Oh. Yeah.
May I ask your name?
My name is Nelitis. I am a champion of Fassa. Immuner of nature.
Yes, indeed. At least our deities have friendly relationship. And you, who are hiding behind a winged lion.
My name is Yanis. I am just here with this group of people.
Well, you are most welcome. And like I mentioned, I will not pry into who you represent. And finally, the stoic metal-clad one.
Oh, he meets me. Hello. I'm the champion of Karametra. I think.
Huh.
Maybe.
Is your friend confused?
They have a tendency to be questionable with their gods.
Ah.
He yelled at me a few days ago, and I don't know if I'm still a champion or not.
Well, seeing as you're
I
still...
feel like they all have been yelled at some point.
Seeing as you're still standing, I suspect they are not too cross with you. Now, since you have offered to aid us in this, you shall have our aid in turn. We are priests of this monastery. We do know its ins and outs, most of it, though it seems that a killer managed to hide among us. Feel free to ask anyone if you want to go anywhere on the grounds. There are a few places I do not recommend you going unless you have some way to protect yourselves against the heat of fire and the internals of our world.
Cool.
But
were there any animals that are frequent around the place of the murder?
There are several birds that make their nests down there, and we do have birds that gives us food, meat and eggs, in the general area. You're gonna make me talk like a chicken, aren't you?
that's I'm guessing that's not in character.
No, it's not.
That's you.
You're gonna make me talk like a chicken.
I was just like, that's interesting, yes. Leon's like, oh, you want food? We've got a tin of rock meat. You're in luck.
Well, you
Maybe
are.
we can donate our meat.
Well, you are free to ask anyone to aid you in this. You are free to walk wherever you please. You are not free to abscond with whatever you please. But since you are aiding us in this, any questions will be answered honestly and in full as far as we are able. There are, of course, some secrets we need to keep since you are not part of the clergy of the god of creativity. But other than that, all questions shall be answered in full and truthfully. As far as I can tell you right now, where did I put his name again? Philon was found in a small lake near one of our gardens.
That was
Completely.
like that area, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was like some water near a farm.
Yeah. So the lake is here, and then there's a small farm right there. He was found stabbed multiple times and, pardon the expression, stiff as a board when we pulled him out of the water, as if someone had paralyzed him. We have no idea why someone would do this. The man was a kind soul who provided all of us with food on a daily basis.
Do you have any visitors?
We have visitors all the time. This is the end point of a pilgrim's route.
Do you have any visitors now?
Now we have 2 visitors. The other pilgrims left yesterday.
Before the murder?
Before the murder. We did have a group of 6 people who came by yesterday, but they left before the murder. As far as we know, since he was found this morning and he was alive yesterday.
And the 2 people now, do you know what gods they serve? Who
Well,
they are?
probability says they serve her for us in some capacity, or they wish to live some form of offering. One of them has expressed desire to become part of this monastery. You are, of course, free to speak with them as well, though they might not be as open to answering your questions as part of as the priests living here are. It's their prerogative. They are not under any form of obligation.
Sari's the best talker, so not trying to like throw you out there, Sari, but if you wanted to talk to them, depends on how long until we get the oil.
It might take a couple of hours to find all the oil you might need. We do have several stores of it. But
And then me and Artemis could go talk to the animals.
Is the body where it was found, or has it been moved?
oh, we moved Brother Philon this morning. It does not go well if you leave a body in the warmth on the side of a volcano for too long. We put him in the cold area where we keep bodies, where we prepare them for burial. We do not want decomposing bodies next to our food storage or food supply.
Do you have the murder weapon?
We do not.
Do your scribes carry weapons?
The only one of us that carries any weapon would be the blacksmith, and she makes them.
Has she got any beef with the chef?
Not as far as I know, no. They've got on splendidly. He was the one cooking for all of us. I mean, from time to time, he would oversalt food or burn the bread, but that was easily resolved by the next meal.
And there's been no recent disagreements at all?
Well, there was that new person who wished to join us, who came with the rest of the group. A small man. Seemed afraid of everyone. Like he made a loud sound and he would jump. Oddly afraid of lyre music.
Keep him away from my mother. It's literally her name.
From
I see the
lyre
body.
music.
Yes, he seemed to cower.
Can Siri remember anything about any creature or anything like playing a lyre?
I was about to ask that. Are there any, does Neri know about any creatures that are afraid of liars as well?
History or intelligence check. Both of you can make one. Just straight up intelligence or a history check. One would have to do with your memories, and the other one is things you've heard.
Yeah, Neri's does know a fair amount about creatures.
There are a few tales of music that can harm people. Primarily, harpies come to mind, sirens. There are instruments that can be played that would harm others. Most of them are relegated to fairy tales, or there are instruments that can lure people. But you don't, Neri, you don't really think, you can't really think about a specific, I mean, Siri has a lyre that can do fun, interesting things. But other than that, you can't really pinpoint a specific story with a lyre in it that would cause this kind of reaction. Same with you, Siri. You can't, there are so many stories of magical instruments that cause harm, that cause but you can't really think of, both Neri and Siri, the only thing you can think of really, other than being exposed to one of these magical weapons or instruments that cause pain, is some form of trauma that involves lyre music.
So there's no creatures or anything like that that fears music?
Not...
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Shape-shifting creatures. It'd have to be a shape-shifting creature. That's a magic. But...
Not that you know of, Neri. You, in all of your studies, you have not really come across a specific creature that is afraid of music.
And can shapeshift because that
And can
is very narrow,
shapeshift.
but
Like,
yeah, nothing.
most
Okay.
living things with an ability to hear this, like, discordant notes and off-key playing. But other than that, not really. But it could have been, like, this person was exposed to a magical instrument that hurt them in the past, or someone that played it hurt them in the past, or... Yeah.
This is true. It could just be an abusive person who played it and that really hate it.
May
Yeah.
I see the
wasn't-
body?
Of course, I shall show you the way to where we prepare those who are to be assigned back to the volcano. And as she steps out towards the exit or the front gates of this temple, robes swishing behind her and the slight sulphurous tones of the volcano wafting in through the open doors, that is where we'll be wrapping today.